Hi then guys, hope you're all well today. I'm going to do another quick demonstration for you with Cooking with Ray. This is going to be on the YouTube channel. I'm going to make a really quick lamb pilau rice. And it's basically going to be just rice, cumin, coriander, garam masala, lamb, onions, rice, a little bit of salt, a little bit of yogurt. That's basically all there is going to be to this dish. So first of all, I've got my pressure cooker there warming up. I'll put a couple of teaspoons of oil in there, and I'm just going to set it to the fry function. And I'm going to get that going. Right, so that's now on the fry function, and it's set to 160 degrees. So that's just warming up as we go. So I'm going to roughly chop up some onions. And just throw them in as we go. I haven't pre-prepared anything today, it's literally as we go, it's going straight into the pot. Now then, if you don't have a pressure cooker at home yourself, you can also use a big stock pan. Pop some oil in there, get your onions in, start them off frying, getting them to that lovely golden brown stage. Then add your meat, lots of water, and cover them, and possibly cook your lamb out for maybe 40-45 minutes. I'm going to aim to cook mine for about half an hour today, because I want quite a firm meat to it. I don't want it too sort of tender and falling apart, because I'm going to be then putting it into a casserole dish and then putting it into the oven along with my rice, similar to what we would do with a biryani. So I've got my par cooked rice already, and that's just waiting to go on top of this masala, if you will. This isn't going to be like a biryani, really. It's going to be like a biryani, but not an actual biryani, if that kind of makes any sense. And what I'm doing is I'm just chopping up a lamb joint. I've got a lamb joint from the supermarket, like so. And I've actually got two of these, to be honest. I've taken the meat there off the central bone, and that's the bone that I've just chopped up into two pieces. That's all the bone you get on that meat. So if you're not a fan of bone in your curries or your rice dishes or anything like that, you can simply just get a nice leg joint like that, and then take it off the bone yourself, and you've got a lovely boneless piece of meat, which you can then dice up. If you've got a mincer, you can mince it up. It's quite an economical way to buy meat, to be honest. Often if you buy mixed mutton or mixed lamb from the Asian shops, it will always contain a bone. Now, bones are very good for flavouring your meat, but I know a lot of people prefer a boneless meat. They don't like the fat, really. They like to be able to pop the fork into a rice dish or into their curries with chapatis and naans and such, and just be able to get solid chunks of meat and not bone. Also as well, whilst the bones do provide a lot of flavour for your dishes, they are the bit that you essentially throw away or give to the dogs. So boneless meat, you're paying for boneless meat, and you're paying for pure meat, you might as well have the value of that. So that's me just chopped up my meat and my bones, two bones there ready to go in as well. And those onions are just cooking away quite nicely. Now, as I said, this dish is not going to be flavoured today with a myriad of spices and all the different flavours that you get. Literally just cumin, coriander and garam masala. I've just got a garlic clove, garlic bulb rather. I'm just going to chop that up and throw a few bits of garlic in there as well. Not going to be overpowered. Just a nice little bit. So I've actually got 5 of the little cloves of garlic. So I'm just going to tease out their little papery shells. And I'm going to chop those up for you. So I've had those onions in there probably about 5 minutes now. Just chopping up this garlic. There we go. So we've got 5, oops, one of them's dropped in, but never mind. We've got 5 bulbs of garlic. The one that drops in, I'll leave it in there. I'm not digging that back out, to be honest. So it'll be a nice little crunch for me later. So that's the other 4 cloves, just throw them in. Give that a little stir around. You can see the onions are starting to get caramelised and char, soften up lovely. And the garlic can smell up as well. I'm going to pop a chilli in, about that size chilli. And I don't want a lot of heat to this. It's not a hot dish. The heat that you get from it is going to be from the warmth of the spices. Not hot, hot, hot. So I've just taken the cheeks off around the chilli and taken out the stem, which is there. All the chilli bits are there. They're not going in. Slice those down a little bit. A couple of seeds there, I'm not bothered about those. That's the chilli, onions and garlic in there now. Allowing that to just brown up a little bit. The next thing I'm going to put in there now, and this might sound a little bit strange, but I'm going to do it, is natural yogurt. Now what will happen with this yogurt as it fries, it will actually curdle, it'll separate. And that's what I'm wanting to happen. It may sound strange, but it really does work, honestly. And then what we can do is add in the spices to that now. As that's boiling away, flipping away. So, as I said, I've got some garam masala and some coriander and some cumin. So I put 4 cumin in, 2 coriander, and 1 and well, 2 call it, 2 heaped teaspoons of the garam masala. I'm going to put another heaped teaspoon of cumin in. In fact, I'm going to make it 6. I really want the cumin to come through on this dish. So we'll now stir that into the onions, and as you can see, immediately they've soaked up all the yogurt that was in there. I'm going to put a little dash of salt in there as well. Again, that's probably about a teaspoon, maybe 2. Salt done by here, or eye. A little bit of water just to loosen that up. Excellent. Now I'm going to pop my meat into there. That's a joint of lamb, and that weighs in at roughly 880 kilograms. So it's just short of 1 kilo of meat there. So it's just short of 1 kilo of meat. I'm just going to give that a good stir. Coat it in all the spices. And that's pretty much all there is to this dish. I'm not going to add any chili powder, any curry powder, any of that kind of stuff. When the dish comes out itself and it's finished, it's going to be kind of a browning colour, browny grey colour, but it's going to be very unctuous and lovely. I might pop just a little bit extra yogurt in there now, just to create a sauce and a liquid for the rice to soak up later. But I'm not going to add any more water to this. It's very thick, as you can see. And the curds and the whey from the yogurt will separate, creating a lot more liquid in the dish. As the meat cooks out, it will obviously reduce in its own size, releasing some of its water into the dish. And that's it for now. So what I'm going to do is to bring you around and hopefully be able to see that. So that's currently on the fry function. I'm going to stop the fry function. I'm going to hit the pressure cooker function. Just turn it round to the meat section, which is just there. It always defaults to 13 minutes, but I'm going to hit the time button and change that to 30. Hit start, and then close my lid. Make sure the pressure cooker valve is down, and that's all there is to it. As I mentioned earlier, I do have my pre-cooked rice all ready to go into my casserole dish when the meat is ready. Now that's just simply boiled rice using the absorption method in my rice cooker, and it's about 90% cooked. I've used a little bit less of the water than I would normally do if I was eating the rice. It's quite firm, quite hard, very fluffy. I'll give it a good stir like that. Lovely, that's very fluffy. If I were to put a little bit more water in when I were cooking it, allow that to cook for another 3 or 4 minutes, that would be done and ready to eat raw as it as it is, but it's still a little bit raw at the moment, and that needs further cooking, which is going to get in the meat masala in my casserole dish, which is just here at the side of me. just a normal casserole dish, but you were seeing that later on. And that's all there is really to my cumin meat pilau. See you in a little while when that meat's ready. Right then folks, the meat and masala mix has had 30 minutes in the pressure cooker now, and it's also had about an extra 5 minutes to rest. But I'm just going to turn the pressure cooker off. So that's cancelled, and I'm going to release the pressure valve, which will take a couple of moments and quite a lot of steam, so bear with this, but you're seeing it live. There we are. Lovely, so that's the meat there. I'm just going to check the texture of the meat. Also, I want a little bit of a cheeky taste. So we'll have grab a piece of the meat out there. Rest it on there, and just grab a couple of forks and check it. Yep, that's lovely. It's still quite firm, but not but not too chewy, and very, very nice to the taste. So add a little bit more salt to that though. Now then, what you can do with this is two different things. You can do the slow cook biryani by placing it into your casserole dish. And place your rice on top. Or you can layer it, or you can mix it completely. What you can also do is pretty much, is you've got your rice there, you can just stir fry that in a pan to create a quick biryani. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to mix the two together. I'm going to give it a good mix up. And cook it all out together. So pretty much I say mix it, I'm actually going to layer it really, I think. So there's a layer of rice, a layer of meat, a layer of rice again. Hopefully you're able to see that. I've got you in the right place. Let me just move that across. There we go. So that's a layer of rice, a layer of meat. Another layer of rice there. Another layer of meat, and as you can see from that bone, I'll actually leave the bone out. It's quite warm, but that bone has completely cooked the meat completely off the bone there. Just layer in that meat. There we go, that's all the meat. Now I'm not going to add any coriander, any mint or anything like that you'd get in your normal biryanis. No chilli sauce or chilli powder or anything like that. Right, so again, another layer of rice. Now as I'm going to put this in the oven, I'm not going to put on a layer of onions on the top. Normally I'd fry some onions with a bit of ghee or oil, get lovely pan fried onions and put them on the top to garnish. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this par cooked rice, just spread the rest of that out there now. The par cooked rice from the rice cooker on there. So it's got a layer of rice, 2 layers, well, a layer of rice, a layer of meat, a layer of rice, a layer of meat, and then finally a layer of rice. And I'm going to pop in the juice from the pressure cooker, the final bit of juice there, the gravy that's in the pressure cooker, which obviously does have some onions in as well, so they'll sort of like stick to the top. I'll just pour that there. Lovely. Give that a little bit of a spread out. Fantastic. And then I'm just going to pop my glass lid on my pot here, and then just pop that straight into the oven as it is. The oven temperature is on about 180, and I'm going to give that about half an hour just to cook all the rice through in the steam of the juice there. It'll also soak up a lot of the juice from the masala, the curry type stuff that's in there, and at the end of it we'll have some lovely beautiful cumin flavoured meat lamb rice. Thank you. Alright then guys, I've now got my rice and meat out of the oven. I'm just going to dress a plate for you and show you what it's looking like. Get myself a little spoon. Now that, just move that out of the way. I'm going to bring this in. It's very, very hot, so be careful. Oh, thank God I didn't smash that on camera, that would have been a disaster. Right then, it's probably going to steam up as I take the lid off, but we'll see. Yep, there we go. Nice and hot, wow. The smells from that are amazing. We get a little fork. Just check. Yes, that rice is lovely and fluffy. This has had about 25 minutes in the oven now. I'm going to give the top of that a little mix through. The meat, I can feel it on the fork that it's become really, really tender. Now, like I say, unlike a biryani, it's not got all the other spices in there. It's not got mint, coriander, all the other bits and bats that you would find in a traditional biryani. But this is pretty much just cumin rice. We're gonna get a little bit of coriander though, just to garnish the top. And we're going to plate a little bit of this up because I'm dying to try it. So let's just move that to the side there. Oops, a little bit further. Plate there for you guys, lovely. And a nice dig deep in there. You can see all the lovely meat falling apart, all the lovely rice all separated. Fabulous is that. As I said, I could have put on a little bit of fried rice on the top of that. You can put fried rice on, sorry, not fried rice, what am I talking about? Fried onions on the top of that if you wish to do so. But I just wanted to get this into my belly, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. So, a little bit of fresh yogurt at the side there. I'm not going to put one of those hot spicy dressings or anything. Just a nice, lovely bit of fresh yogurt. A little bit of lemon juice. A few leaves. And a sprinkling of coriander. And do you know what? For a bit of colour, I'm just going to get a little bit of I'm just having a little hunt in my fridge, see what I can find. And I've got a little cherry tomato, so a little bit of pepper. I got one of my lovely little pickled chilies there. I like my pickled chilies. A little bit of tomato, a little bit of pepper to dress the plate there. A little bit of pickled chilli, and indeed a little bit of fresh green chilli as well. That then, guys, is my lamb pilau rice. So it's got lamb, cumin, coriander, garam masala. It's got yogurt, salt, and that's pretty much about it. That's my lamb pilau rice. Thank you.